match that'll keep us on our toes, guys.
Smart Omega haven't really played this map in CDFI, but they have played it a lot in the stage 4 of the Greater Regional Qualifier, and they excel on playing on this game, but not against a team that plays a different personality. And you already see Stamina Esports up by 10 points, but this cap time gonna be handled in here. I believe the overlays are kind of messed up. So you got Omega on the left side that currently has the lead with 52, and you got Stamina on the right side. So hopefully that gets fixed very, very fast. But on the meantime, Smart Omega is gonna force an early rotation, and Stamina is going to use their overlay skills to break this. But Rage just destroys 2 players, and Kendi will be able to flush these players out, and that buys them some time to get back inside this hill and force Stamina to walk all across the map to get back into this.
Yeah, I mean, they've got a lot of stamina to run all day long. Smart Omega needs to keep up, but can the boys keep up with the temperature down there at Rayleigh being super cold? This might be a problem. It might affect their stamina a little negative here, Callie.
Yeah, I mean, the EU #1 team is kind of playing a little bit slow. But, you know, Greece is off to an 8 kill, and you already have Gatilla pushing for this team to play well with 11. But that doesn't really translate to this squad because only these 2 players are dominating. And look at Smart Omega, they have 3 players stepping up and, of course, always pushing for the next hardpoint rotation. I believe that is Rage or Kendi just making the play here at this P4, where they're going to have him set up for the anchor, and Narcs is the only player kind of playing his life out here at this P4, and Kendi will be able to take care of him. And Omega back-to-back chain of the hard point, and here comes the threat. 2 players shot down.
I'm gonna make a rule that everybody needs to acknowledge the jokes that I make on broadcast, or else I'm not gonna cast it anymore. Too nasty, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Not just away. 1-1-2 to 50. Smart Omega getting whooped right now. Now, as we move on to the blue radar station, Smart Omega has a good chance of holding on to this, but they haven't broken the spawn just yet, and therefore Stamina is going to be able to throw body after body. Player number 5 holding on to the spawns here, and it looks like Grizz is not going to be able to really hop on into that just yet. Now, I'm getting a little bit confused because of the numbers as well. It is Smart Omega in the lead. My apologies. With Stamina trying to catch up. We got to swap out those logos, but in the meantime, Callie, can you throw a joke right back?
I mean, I'm a very dense person, and I don't know how to crack jokes, and I think that's kind of a problem that I have to face right now. I'm so sorry.
That cracked me up, though.
I am such an awkward person that I can't crack a joke in front of people. But hey, anyway, with that, actually, I cracked you up, right? So okay, I think that's settled already. So we're gonna be jumping right back into the game. And Stamina so far is doing great job here at this P1, while Whoopi is doing a great job being the top fragger for this team, leading the lobby with 20 kills. I mean, we're slowly starting to see Stamina get off of their peak. You got Drari with 18 right now, Gatilla with 17, Grizz with 15, and they're slowly getting warm. And that's something that you have to be very alarmed of if you are Smart Omega. You have to shut these players down all throughout unless you're going to be able to play them a lot better, AJ.
Yeah, I just got to program this in my brain first. Yellow is Stamina, blue is Smart Omega. Okay, let's go. 117 to 105. It looks like it's a hot fight for this P1, but Stamina doing a great job as they take control of that second floor, but nobody's hopping onto the point just yet, and Smart Omega takes advantage of that Stamina. They're winning out their gunfight, but they're not playing the objective as good as I want them to.
Yeah, I mean, it's because they focus more on taking the players one by one, of course, eliminating the perimeter. And that's basically their play style, and that's the reason why they were able to place #1 in their own region. But technically against Smart Omega, who OBJ slays, it's kind of hard for you to do what you wanted to do. So you got what happened. For Stamina, they are kind of getting a good read of it, but right now, nonetheless, it's kind of hard for them. Well, you see Rage already has 27 seconds inside this hill, not to mention he has 20 kills already inside the matchup, and they're continuing to soak up the time. Marble trying to step up for his squad, kind of playing with his plan here one more time, and there it goes. The proper placement of that overhead skills gives Smart Omega some ample space to kind of get the reinforcement, but finally, we are seeing Stamina in that hard point. That's 3 down for them, and that's going to be time in their favor.
What a close matchup. Now, one would have not expected this out of Smart Omega. One would have expected a little bit of more dominant as they start off their very first game against one of the global teams. But it doesn't seem to be the case. 121 to 146 is way too close for a comeback. And Stamina has got exactly what it takes to squeeze their way back in. And as we talked about that, the cable car platform has already been set up. Stamina looking to set this up perfectly for themselves. The only opportunity this Smart Omega will have right now is bashing their head straight on from that open doors.
I mean, Jari is just totally popping off here. 3 in a row. Grace with a 3 spree. And now they are starting to click. They have a slow start, but now their engines are oiled up and are ready to get this game to a storm. And well, for Omega, they're trying to break this one, but you get really pushed inside of that hill at the moment. It's not that easy because there's a lot of corners that these players can just use and take you down one at a time. So what did they do? They hit the players through mid-map and now they try to hit the flank, but Godzilla with that Hunter Killer Drone, they make it so easy, but Rage comes inside, gets the OBJ slay. Marvel will be able to shut them out, and still, Omega will be able to get right back to it. They claim this cap time, so that's good. They prevent Stamina from getting that lead, AJ. So that's one disaster that they were able to prevent.
Yeah, I don't like that from Stamina though, because that was way too early of a rotation. They had one more try because they had 20 seconds to go. The worst case scenario, if you lose that one last try, is the game forces you to spawn off of the next hard point, which should have been in their side. But Stamina, let's see if or not that mistake is going to catch up with them by the end of this game. They've set up this next hard point already at the Blue Raider station, but they try to cap off all of the axes in there as well. But Candy easily swims his way through on the 30 bomb already. Candy's sure as hell on fire.
I mean, he's silent, but he's kind of deadly. He just gets the job done. It just means business for this guy. And it's going to be a total team for him. Not to mention, he loves to play the anchor position. And with him out there slaying like this, the offensive performance is definitely something that you got eyeing out for. But you're seeing Stamina slowly getting a good hang off of the playstyle that Omega's been trying to do. They hit them with the early rotation. But, you know, for Smart Omega, one thing that they face trouble with when it comes to playing hardpoint is once they were not able to get the early rotation, they have trouble breaking the hill. And that's something that we are currently seeing as Stamina now finally able to get that lead away from Smart Omega. And the gunfights, not to mention, is just so good right now. Every time that they go up in the gunfights, it always ended up with a multi-kill. And that's something that Smart Omega has to figure out and adapt into, AJ.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, no doubt they have to figure that out, but Stamina, they work their way back from the 20-second slot at the previous hardpoint cable car platform with a stellar hold of the Blue Radar station. Although Smart Omega did manage to steal away the spawn from them, they held on to it and they are fighting for every single point, and now they are in the lead with a potential dub for their side. Can Stamina get the job done? But this is their weakness. B1 was their weakness early on as well. They were winning the gunfights, but not playing the hill.
And this is where, you know, Rage and, of course, Risky is kind of playing great. They are an objective slayer, certainly where Stamina have really trouble of getting into from. And so the point that Smart Omega has been able to capitalize this P1 is key for them to win this matchup. This is one of the weakness of Stamina, and they're doing a lot to capitalize on this. Rage on a 3 spree, he gets it to go, and now that Purifiers is available for him to use as well. So it's just a matter of investing this operator skill later on. These 12 points are guaranteed to be time under the belt of Smart Omega, and now the question here is, what type of rotations are they going to do on the second hard point? And well, for them, honestly, at the moment, they have number 2 in Candy with 40 bomb right now, holding off the spawns, and they have Rage with the Purifier, just waiting for the players to go down and take them out in instance with this Purifier. And AJ, loving what I'm seeing from Smart Omega right now. They are playing it on a total lockdown. P1 to P2 chain is just insane.
Absolutely, man. And you literally casted that whole hardpoint end to end. That's how stellar it was. Smart Omega's on fire. The one and only Stamina has no gas left in the tank. 8 more points to close this off, and the Filipinos might be able to get it done. 2 objective players, 1 final stopper. He goes down as well. And Smart Omega brings hardpoint to a very neat close after keeping us all in suspense at the first.
It was the final 2 hard points at P1 to P2. That's where, you know, Smart Omega was able to pull away. But I didn't realize that I casted the whole hard point of that. I mean,
it's the adrenaline, man.
You get really into it, you know. You get really into it. The game just happens so fast, and the next thing you know, how do I toss it back to AJ?
Because so into it that you miss my damn jokes, Callie.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean, you can take the whole hard point, but you can't be missing my jokes, bro.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, I did make it up for you, man. I made you crack. I cracked the joke and you laugh. I mean, I think that's quits already.
Amen. But Candy dropping the 40